welcome back to my window. Her Twitter handle reads lover of good wine and dirty jokes, author of quirky romantic comedies. She doesn't know it, but Tawna Fenske is my new best friend.
Excellent.
And the author of Eat, Pray, Lust, a novella based in Bend about a stand-up paddleboard yoga instructor with a fling.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Eat, Play, Lust is one of my newest novella that recently came out in August with Entangled Publishing. And it's just a short little quirky 14,000-word novella. Typically I'm known more for my full-length romantic comedy novels, which are about 85,000. So this is just a little taste tester fling, as you put it.
Read down by the river.
Exactly. But the unique thing about this one is it's the first thing I've written that's been set in Bend. So that's been kind of unusual for me. And I think the number one comment I've been getting from readers is that a real thing? Stand-up paddleboard yoga? Did you make that up? And no, obviously, those of us who live in Bend know that is a real thing.
Yes, they know that. And there are little things in the book I noticed, was it Marinwall?
Yes.
Yeah. I said, is that Miranda's and 900 Wall?
Yeah, I had a lot of little inside jokes with myself or with anybody else who's lived in Bend a while. There was a restaurant that the hero is a chef at, and it's Marinwall, which is a blending of Miranda, which is an older Bend restaurant in the location where 900 Wall now exists. So put them together, it's Marinwall.
All right, set us up with the book. Tell us, just give us a little tidbit.
So the story is about Cammie, who is a stand-up paddleboard yoga instructor who is very fit and svelte and has a secret. And she has she's very into health and fitness and eating well, but she secretly lusts for junk food.
How did you get this premise in Bend? Does she drive a Subaru with a cargo rack?
Yes,
all of us.
Exactly. Yep. And Paul, the hero, is a gourmet chef who has been ordered to get a little bit more fit and do some more physical fitness, and so they meet up, and Paul is essentially sent to get her in touch with her inner foodie and embrace her junk food lust and not feel so guilty about it and embrace other kinds of lust, and that's where the story takes off from.
That's where you can't talk anymore because your employer in town might be watching.
Right.
Yeah, but you also, we're in a day and age where you're selling it on Amazon. You're selling it in a different marketplace than that was available when we were growing up.
Well, it's very different. I publish with 3 different publishers, and I have been publishing for a little while now. And my first debut novel, Making Waves, came out in 2011. And the big deal then was, wow, it's going to be on the shelves at Walmart, it's in Barnes & Noble. It was all about the print publication at that point, and to some degree still is. But Eat, Play, Lust is strictly a little ebook novella. And that seems to be where the market's going. Everybody's on e-readers. Everybody's reading that way.
Right.
Hope I get this statistic right. Between 2011 and 2012, in the romance genre, it went from 22% of people to 44% of people reading exclusively on ebooks.
Wow.
So the market's changed a lot. So it is fun.
And it's 99 cents on Amazon too. So it's like.
It's an awesome idea. Novellas are becoming really popular, especially in romance right now, because it's a little taste test. If you've never tried this author before, for only 99 cents, you get a sample, just a little bit of what that person writes. And so it is, I find myself buying a lot of them too. So.
Yeah, well, which is great, because I'm one of those readers who if I can't get into it in the first 10 pages, then I'm moving on.
Yeah.
In 14,000 pages, I imagine that it jumps right in pretty quickly.
Most readers are telling me they read it in one sitting. It is just a short little fun story that spans about 12 hours in a day. It's not a long drawn out plot line or huge character arcs, but just a fun little story you can read by the pool or while you're cozied up to the fire.
All right, and you have another book coming out May 14th?
In May, actually, you probably know more than I do. It's sometime in May.
Hold on, I wrote it on my hand.
May 2014. So this next May, I have another book coming out, and that is a traditionally published one that will be on the shelves at Barnes & Noble and Walmart and all of that. And that is my next one that is also set in Bend, which is kind of a funny deal, and that's Frisky Business. And that actually just went up for pre-order on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, so I know people can pre-order it. May is a long ways away, but it's kind of cool to see those pre-orders start to roll in. But yeah, we're in that stage now where we're getting like the cover art and the blurbs and things like that go into this type of publishing. So that's been fun.
And your publisher said that we could use the cover today. So now you're looking at it right now. That's original.
I have not gotten to show that anywhere yet. So this is the first look. That we're usually very, very careful about the cover reveal, and they're very strategic about it. But when I knew I was going to be doing this, I said, "Ooh, this would be a perfect opportunity to do this like on-air reveal."
Yeah, on my window. See?
I love it. It was super fun too. They sent me back in August. They sent me actual headshots of the models that they were considering using, and they want to make sure that that was okay. And here's the pose we're going to have them in, and the dog that's going to be on the cover. I mean, all these little details that you don't think about. Like, wow, there are real people out there posing for my book. So
we should have those people on sometime. What do you do for a living? A model for the novels?
I would love to meet them, but I never get to.
No kidding. Well, it's great, and I love that you get to live in Bend and write and publish these really from here. I mean, you're not doing the publishing, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
it is. I think actually people tend to think of Bend as this strange, exotic location. It's everyone knows Portland now, thanks Portlandia, but I think Bend has become this kind of funny, quirky, exotic cousin, and so I think that's been one of the reasons I've had 2 stories set there in back to back. That's sort of fascinating to people.
Well, when I explain this show, I call it Benlandia. That's kind of what we're trying to accomplish too. Well, thank you, Tawna.
Excellent.
Good luck to you. And I'm excited to read your book. So, and thank you. I'll be reading it this weekend driving to Portland.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, my window will be right back.